my lovelies. I know it's been a while. It's been about a month since my last upload, but unfortunately due to work I just don't get a chance to do it. So it's quite constant. It's about once a month. I would like it a little bit more often, but c'est la vie, we're here now. So today I have got some new bits to try that I've been playing with for a while, and I thought we'd do a bit of a trying on new makeup, chit chat, get ready with me kind of combination of everything. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's tuck these behind my ears. I am getting my hair done at the end of the month, so like I say, that's what, nearly, well, about 2 months growth. So getting it done soon, so ignore the roots and how skanky it's looking. Yeah, so, but without further ado, we are going to crack into this. Okay, so, oh, itch. Thought I'd try a pore filling primer, because I've got quite large pores. Don't know whether you can see, ignore my skin, I don't know, it's just red rather than the, but I've got quite large pores, certainly on my chin, my cheeks and that. So I thought I would try a pore filling primer. I've never tried one before, believe it or not. I know what I like, you know, and this, it just hasn't really hit my radar too much. So I thought rather than go really, really high end, you know, we'd go sort of more affordable and see what we thought. So I went with the Essence Poreless Partner Primer, which says it's mattifying and blurring with niacinamide, and it won't clog your pores, which is this one here. So I thought, well, anything with skin ingredients in, I like. So I've been playing around with this one, and you know what it's like? It's like, I think it does make a difference. It's like, I think it does. So we're going to chuck it on and see if you can notice any difference. So let's show the consistency. So it's sort of slightly pink in colour. Hopefully you can see that. So we're going to sort of chuck some on here, and you tell me whether you can see a difference. So let's just, where have I got glitter from? I haven't touched any glitter today. I seem to have a couple of sparkly bits, but never mind. So this is kind of a problem area here. So I'm just going to rub that in really, really well. Like I say, trouble is it leaves my skin red. So I can't decide. But I've been using it anyway, you know, so it's a case of, well, I think it does. But obviously you're not going to find anything out there that's going to really erase your pores, you know, because they're part of who you are. We learn to love these things about ourselves, but sometimes it's nice just to try something new. And I thought, well, you know, this is a good thing to try. Like I say, Essence has always, you know, had a really good sort of reputation and that, even though it's affordable. Can't remember how much it costs, but I will leave a little write-up along here. So, but so I always noticed that it seems to have blurred more on my chin than my actual cheeks. So we're just going to chuck a little bit sort of here, so because that's a bit of a problem area, and same with my nose. Okay, I've not actually used this just as a primer on its own. I always use it in conjunction with something, and I go backwards and forwards. It's like, do I put this on first, do I put it on second? In my head, the theory is you put it on first, because if you're sort of pore filling, if you've already got something else on there, then surely that's not going to fill your pores because you've already got something else on there. That's just my theory. I'm no makeup expert, you know, not by any means. So it's a case of, well, that's just my theory. So we're going to give that a minute or two to set. Everything I use will be listed down below as per usual. So if you kind of think what the hell was that she was using, it will be listed. Like I say, I will put all sort of different prices along the screen of anything that I can find. So that's dried. It is slightly tacky, only slightly, you know, but I don't know. I can never see. I think it does, but that might be just in my head. Okay, so we're going to go in with a product on one side and a product on the other, because I want to compare the two. I think I've got an opinion. I've played around with them for a little while now, but I do have kind of an opinion. And I finally picked up the Elf glowy stuff. What is it called? Elf Halo Glow Liquid Filter. So I picked mine up in the shade, oh God, I can never see in this light in here. I think it's in Fair, but again, it will be in the description, the exact shade. So we're going to go in this side with this one, and then I want to try a different product that's similar on the other side. So I'm just going to literally scribble it on my face like that. It's probably a bit too much, but I'm not going anywhere today. It doesn't really matter. The other thing I wanted to talk about, I wish I'd talked about it before I made it all dirty, is, you know, I love my Morphe beauty blend, beauty spongy thing. You know, absolutely love it. It's got the flat top, easy to get under the eyes and in crevices and things. Well, I found a dupe. Well, actually, I found a couple of dupes. I just haven't bought the other one yet. And the one that I found is in Superdrug. This is identical. It's really, really soft. It's the Morphe one. Last time I bought it was £8. I don't know whether it's gone up in price or not, but it was £8. But this one was £5.99. Now, I got it on a deal in Superdrug. It was on offer and it was buy one, get one half price. So I think I picked up both of them for about a £5. So this is the second one because my other one was just too disgusting. And at that price, you can afford to change it a little bit more often. So really good. Like I say, it's really soft and squishy. Not as squishy as the Morphe one, but it's just as good, you know, and I'm going to save me some coin and buy some more of these. Now, the other day I was in a strange little town. It is for around here anyway, so anybody that watches me that's local to my area. I was in a place called South Molton, you know, small little town, and me and my sister were in a shop, and they had the W like 7 stuff in there, and they also had a sponge like this. Now, I was meant to have gone back and picked it up and didn't. It's really hard just trying to do one side of your face. But they also do a dupe of the shape of the Morphe blender. But next time I see it, I will pick it up. I am going back to South Molton very soon, and it's not far from actually where I'm going, so I'm going to pick up one and test it out. Okay, so on the other side of the face, see, look at that glow. I love this stuff. I really do. Now, what I thought I would try, and I've seen it, it's been around for a long time, and I still hadn't tried it, and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to try it. Is the collection, what's it called? Filter Finish. Now, this again is like a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury, dupe for the Elf, and all that malarkey. Again, it's on a doe foot. I've got it in a similar colour. Which colour is this one? Fair one. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to give this a go. And I think this is only about £6 or £7. Again, I'll leave the prices all down below. So it'd be nice to do a side by side. But colour-wise, it's so similar. And so it takes a bit more to get it out because the doe foot's a little small. Let's just get rid of my hair. No, it's still there. Go, 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 go. So, you know, let's put some there, make that a bit easier. So I wanted to see what the luminosity in that's like on this one compared to, like I said, I've used them both separately, and it's like, oh, I really want to sort of compare them. But usually when I'm getting ready for work, I don't have time to muck about too much. And I got a week off work. So, you know, I'm coming more to the end of my week off now. So I've had quite a busy week. You know, unfortunately, I was at a funeral for a friend's mum on Monday, which is very sad. But, you know, it was nice to sort of, you know, say our farewells. Look at that. I do think that one's glowier, but that's not bad if you want a cheap alternative for that kind of price. And I say, that's the Elf one. That's the collection one. Not a lot in it. Not a lot in it, is there? You know, so, okay. Don't think I have a new foundation to try, so I'm going to chuck something on and I'll be right back. Okay, so just done a little bit of foundation. What I have used is the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydro Maniac, which is this one here in the shade 20 with a tiny drop of 51. So nearly out of this one, and like I say, this one's getting low now. I heard a rumour. I was not happy. I heard it this morning and it's like, it better not be true. I heard from an American YouTuber that I watch that they're discontinuing this. they better not. I only discovered it last year and I absolutely love it. Like I said, you know, I only put a very thin layer on because as you can see, you know, I've got a bit of a blemish here and, you know, but oh my God, that glow on either side. Mwah! Chef's kiss. Love it. But they better not be, unless they're discontinuing it in America. I hope so. I hope it's just there. You know, if you're American, I'm really, really sorry. But that's what I heard. I did it. I went onto the Urban Decay website thinking, right, if it's on offer, then it's probably going. But it was still at full price. And I'm like, please keep it. Because I do want to actually get my shade. Like I said, I've been mixing these since the summer, you know, which is fine. You know, I like mixing foundations and things anyway. So it's no big deal. But, you know, I thought, oh, I must get my other shade. And I'm like, do I pick up one now? You know, Cult Beauty's just sent me a 15% off voucher. So rather than 34, I can pick it up. I think it's $27.50. And I'm like, do I just pick it up now? We'll see. We'll see. So that's what we went in with that. I got an itch. Let's just tap that out. Product I discovered recently. I still got that itch. Go away. I've seen it a million and zillion gazillion times. You know, walked past it. Didn't think much of it. Didn't particularly want to try it. And then I thought, you know what? I actually want to try this. So I bought it. And then the following week, because I work at a drugstore, so obviously, you know, I've put it out on the shelf. I've, you know, everything else. And the following week, it all got taken off the shelves. It's been discontinued. And I'm like, is that a permanent discontinue? Or whether it's just in the store I work in? I'm like, but I really like it. And it is the collection Lasting Perfection Stretch Concealer and Eyeshadow Primer. So I've bought mine in the shade 2 Porcelain. This is an awesome eyeshadow base. You know, it's just a thick one. Apparently, it's meant to be a dupe for like the MAC paint pots. Well, I've not used one of them, so I don't know. I really like it. And I'm like, is that you're going to take it away from me? That reminds me, I have got another eyeshadow primer that I want to try. So maybe we're going to do one on one eye, one on the other like we did earlier. It's going to be a long ass video, guys. Pause, go get a drink, go get some snacks and meet me back here. So I get a feeling, I was hoping to do a quick one today. I don't think that's going to happen. So, so buckle in, guys. So I've got this like Morphe M173 brush and it is perfect for applying this. You know, it's one of those brushes, it's been knocking around forever. I think I bought it in the, forgive me for swearing if you can't stand this person, but I get it, the James Charles Morphe makeup brush collection. I bought it when it was like half price on sale, you know, load of brushes and that. And this was one of them. And I never really used it. I gave it a go, you know, for sort of under eye concealer and like there. But it's perfect for this. So what I do with this one, because it's very, very pigmented and a lot comes off, is I literally tap it in a couple of times. Then I tap it on the back of my hand to get a bit of the excess off. And then we go in. And as you can see, that was still quite a lot. And I barely tapped it. So I just literally chuck that all over my lid. But this other one, I'll say I haven't even tried it. I keep forgetting that I've got it. I've not had it that long, only within the last month. So, you know, but that, like I say, it blanks it out. And if I'm not wearing eyeshadow that particular day, I'll just set it and go. So it just cancels out. As you can see, all the redness just gone. This I love. You know, maybe I should get a backup one. So now I bought some blushes recently. I got a story about that. I'll tell you later. And as a free gift, I bought let's say a couple of Plouise blushes, and they sent me a mini baby eyeshadow primer. Now I couldn't figure out what this was, you know, and so I googled it, went onto their website, typed in the shade of it, and apparently it is an eyeshadow primer. I've not even opened it, so I don't even know what colour it is or anything. So we're going to give that one a go today. I get the feeling it's probably pink. I don't know why I keep thinking it's pink. Oh, don't know whether you can see. Okay, so what I'm going to do is scrub off that brush that I've just used. Get as much of that off as possible. I'm wondering what I'm scrubbing it off on. I always use like just a face cloth. As you can see, this is a Christmas one. I'll just use face cloth for my hands and my makeup brushes, and then it just goes in the wash. So what we're going to do, I've got a cat hair. Of course I have. Oh, I haven't got a wet wipe out. Let's grab one of them. Just want to take that off, so I'm not mixing it with that one that I'd already dabbed off on my hand. Just dry that area off. And I think we're just going to pop a bit on my hand. Probably don't need too much. So I'm just going to do a tiny little dot like that. Pick that up on my brush because it's always easier to add than it is to take away. And we're just going to chop that. I have heard so many people talk about the Plouise bases. That blended out so easy. Like I said, I've only done a light layer because I did hear that's a better colour for me than that one is. But we're covering it up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. That is nice. That is nice. It's a little more natural looking. I like that. Okay, I'm going to stick that in my rotation. Okay, so I always set this. Let's say it's already creased. So I'm just going to blend back over it. But I do find, because it's a thicker formula, that the eyeshadows work better on top if I set it. And what I've been using consistently for that one is my Maybelline Fit Me powder in 105. As you can see, I'm still trying to use it up. So I keep using it to set everything. So I just give that a swirl in there. And we're just going to set that. I'm going to match it up and do the same on the other side, just so that we've got even bases. I do like the consistency of that, I'm not going to lie. I do like it. I do like it. Okay, so for eyeshadow, I've had it since December, and I think I spoke about it in one of my previous videos. And I'm like, I'm just not inspired by it, you know, and I look at it and I'm like, oh. But I thought we'd suck it up and use it today. I think I've used it maybe once, maybe twice. And it is, just grab it. I'm going to regret this. The Jeffree Star Psychedelic palette. Now, I know I've spoke about this in one of my Chit Chat Gets Ready With Me. And I just, shadows are beautiful. Hang on, let's see if I can do this without blinding you. Beautiful. But, to me, there's not a lot of colours that go together. I struggle. I really struggle. Like I said, I've only used the purple and the pink in this palette, which look lovely, but then I had to go and find another eyeshadow palette for a shimmer to put on the lid, and it's like, I don't want to be doing that. So this could be interesting. So we're going to try and use all of these colours. We're going to give it a go. Just had a bit of have a really good look at it. And the only things that I can see that's really going to go together, there's a few. So I wanted to use that. Shall we do it? Shall we do purple? See, I've got purple jumper on. I've got a purple hairband on that you can't see. As I said, I did, when I've done my foundation, just clip these out of the way. They were getting on my nerves. So we could either go purple or green, I'm thinking. So let's see if I can show you. See, so we've got, where is it? This purple here and this one. And we could use this shimmer down here. Or we've got this green, and this green. Now, didn't I do green recently? I think I did. So we're going to go purple. God help me. Okay, so we're going to go in with that lightest sort of lavendery, like funny colour purple. I have used that one before, but I haven't used the other ones that go with it, so I'm not really cheating. So I think last time I put it with a pink. So we're just going to do a light dusting of that one to begin with. I'll just tap my brush off if you wonder what that funny noise is. So, because I don't want to go in too heavy-handed. So we're just going to sort of drag that across like I normally would. Like I say, it's gorgeous colour. Yeah, see how these pretty, like I say. But Jeffree Star's eyeshadows are, you know, that's not the problem. It's the putting colours together problem that I'm having. So we're just going to build that up a bit so you can actually see it. And so that is a pretty colour, pretty colour. So I'm just going to feather what's ever left on my brush on the inner corner. Okay, then we're going to take my smaller brush, little tiny one here. We're going to go in with that sort of darker one. Tap that off because I think it's going to be really dark. We're just going to drag that. Okay, let's get a bit more on there. It's not blending terribly well, but I know purples are really difficult when making them, so let me get the feeling it's going to be a hot mess. Oh, it's fine, we'll deal with it. I'm just going to bring that one just in slightly. It's a bit patchy, that colour. And see where I'm going with that? It's a bit patchy. Then we get a round brush and just see if we can diffuse it a little bit. Better. A little bit better. So just drag that through there a little bit. Not too much. We'll see. It'll be fine. It'll all come together and it'll be fine. So just sort of blend that out so it's not harsh. And we're going to go in with that dark purple shimmer because that's pretty much all we got. Hopefully it's not going to be too dark. I think it probably is, but we're doing it anyway. Oh, it's a bit crumbly. I don't know whether you can see. We've got a bits of sort of chunk in that on there. See that? So, but we'll tap it on. So I don't really want it to fall all down my face. Yeah, bit dark to put them together, but like I said, it's limited. And so I don't want to get out 2 different palettes just to do, you know, sort of one eyeshadow look. You know, I really don't. I'm going to take the other side of that flat brush and dip into that matte colour. Just so we can just darken that up a bit, just to kind of get a bit of balance. Not sure on that at all. Just wondering whether to chuck a bit of silver on. Oh, let's do it. I'm going to take a bit on my finger, just a tad. It's just a bit dark because that should, in theory, better. Just lightens it up a bit without changing it to silver. It's sort of gone more sort of lilac-y. See what I mean? Better. Great. Right, now the only colour I've really got, so I'll give you the colour names that I went in with because otherwise you'll be going, what did she go in with? So I went in with Clowny to begin with, followed by Transgender, followed by the glitter purple, which is Tripping Balls, and then we tapped a bit of Tears of Joy in the centre. So if you've got this palette and you want to know what I've used, that's the ones that I've used. So now we need to tight line. I'm going to do this other eye off camera just to save some time because like I said, you know, I can talk for a bar's time. I can't talk that a lot. Should we do something a bit way out there? I don't know whether it'll work. Should we do it anyway? Okay, I'm going to, I'll show you which colour. Take this colour here, which is Deep Dive, and we're going to use that as our tight liner. Glad I'm not going anywhere today. That's why I got a chance to film today. I think I've been out most days. Got an itch again. It's always in the same bit. So we're just going to get our little brush, which is like the one with the spoolie on the end. Bring my mirror a bit closer. Let's see if that will show up over here. Oh yeah, just about. So it's really pigmented. You see that there? Actually, that looks all right. Yeah, see? Doubter that I am. Also, it's a case of in for a penny, in for a pound. And why not? I'll say change it up a bit. Well, I don't look as bad as I thought it would. Oh, that so okay. I haven't really got, excuse me, I haven't really got a colour to blend out this top shadow. I've got no sort of creams or anything like that. So I'm wondering whether just to chuck a pink on it. There's a pink here called Candy Flip. So I think we can take another fluffy brush, just tap into that very, very, very lightly. I think it was a bit much. So nice pink colour here. Let's flip my mirror back. And just kind of blend those edges out a bit. But see what I mean about struggling with like colours that go together. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just not inventive enough. Now that all looks like the same colour to me, but that's what we got. That's what we got going on there. So I'm going to go off camera, do the other eye, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we got both eyes done. And next for concealer. Now, anybody that watched my Poppy Mystery Box round 2, I forgot to use a concealer that was in there. So, which is the W7 Nude Out Full Coverage Concealer. Can't find a shade on it. I'm going to give this one a go. Just hoping it's not too dark. But we're going to give it a go. And we can soon sort of add a bit of lighter one if need be. Not in my favourite kind of concealer thingy. I don't know what I'm saying now. So I have got a brush that I've been using because I've been trying to use my NYX one in the pump. Again, I just don't like the applicator. So we're going to chuck a bit of that on the back of my hand. So that's the colour that it is. So it's not too bad. And with my disgusting, I need a different brush to be fair to use these. I'm just going to take a bit on my brush. Oh no, it's not going to be too dark. That's it. I'll put a bit there. Put a bit there. Bit in the middle. Okay. So then I'm going to go in with my beauty blender, wherever she's gone, and just tap that one out. So I think I've used this one once, so I can't remember what I thought of it. We'll give her a fair go. We'll finish it and give her a fair go. Alright. Let's tap that one out. And I didn't put a lot on because I'm not a big fan of overly full coverage. Like I say, my eyes are old. You know, I got the lines, I got the wrinkles, you know, but that comes with age and experience. So just blend that one out. I've actually got a bit of a blemish here. Let's see if I've got enough of my brush to just kind of dab a little bit of that on there. Let that dry a minute, and we'll see whether it covers that. But I don't like ones that you can see. I know it's sort of more brightening where you can actually see the difference in it, but that's just me. Usually by the time I've powdered down, it all just vanishes anyway, so we're not going to worry too much about that. But that's quite nice actually. Okay, so I haven't got a new bronzer to try, so I'm going to go and chuck some of that on. So I'm just trying to save us all a bit of time here. So use the newer products and that, but then we got story time. Now, been on a bit of a bender lately. Blushes, cream blushes, liquid blushes. I think they were liquid blushes actually. Fancied some new ones. and I ended up with 8. Well, it all kind of started off with these two here, which are from Plouise. They had an offer on for 3 for £15. Oh, itch again. And they're usually £15 each. And I thought, I'll have me some of that. You know, I'd seen a million TikToks on them and I'm like, we'll have some of that. So I went on, ordered 3 shades. As it turned out, one of the shades was out of stock. So not only did they give me £7 back, they also put a £5 credit on my account. So at some point I need to go and use that. But I do have 2 of them. Hopefully I can find out what shades they are. So we've got Apricot Smoothie. Like I say, it's a bit messy, which is this shade here. Beautiful shade. Don't think it'll go in my eye look today, but we got that one. And the second one we got was, what's this one called? Oh So Spice. And let's do a dab of that one. Come on, out you come. I always find these dibby dabby things a bit hard to get out, you know. And I have used them mixed together as well, and they do look absolutely beautiful. So we picked up those. And another one that I picked up, actually I'll leave that one till last because I think I might use that one today. I also got, of course I did, 2 of the Max Factor ones. So we've got Radiant Rose, which I really like this one. Oh, it was a bit much. Which is that one there. Really pretty. And we've also got Sunlit Coral, which I haven't used yet. Well, I haven't. But I think that'd be a lovely summer shade, which is that one there. Obviously, by the time you blended it out, it's not going to be quite so dark. And then I went to Primark and they had the dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury one in there. So this is their PS range. I love this one. It cost me £4.50, I want to say. And again, it's got the dibby dab, as I call it. But this blended out so friggin' pretty. So pretty. So we got that one. And I wasn't satisfied at that. So then I went and bought a Revolution Super Dewy blush. This is in the shade, oh gosh. Can't see it on here, but I'll find out and leave it in the description below. So I wanted a pink one. Of course I did. Not that I haven't got a million blushes, but again, this one's lovely blended out. So that's the colour of that one there. It's not quite so intense when you blend it out, so it's not as scary as it looks. And then I have been waiting for these for so long to come in. We had a new Rimmel Free and Kind stand where I work. And the only bit that was empty was the liquid blush bit. And I waited and waited and waited and waited and waited. And I waited and you know, then the update lady came in and she sort of said, oh, you know, we're not sure whether you're going to get them or not. So we're going to leave that here. And if not, we can change it out. So I was really, really sad. And then the cosmetics came in on delivery. And oh my God, lo and behold, in there was the liquid blush. So doing a dance around like I do. And I picked up one of them because it was coming straight home with me. So this is the Kind and Free blush in the shade... 001 Power Pink. Now I've only used this one once because I've only recently got it, but this again, the colour, which is this one here with all my swatches, is beautiful. Reminds me a bit of this one. They're very similar. There's not a lot of difference in them, but that, nobody's talking about this. Nobody. And like I said, I've used it, I think it was once, and thought it was absolutely stunning. And the last one that I picked up was, and again, another Revolution one. So, which is this one here. This is a double-ended one. I think, yeah, in Mauve Glow. So, on one end, you got the blush stick. Which is that one there, which is pretty, pretty colour. And on the other end, we have got, oh, if I can twist it up, the highlight. You see that there? So this is pretty much what I've been up to this last month. Spending money, basically. Let's get all that cleaned off. So I really am keeping in with my I want to try more drugstore cosmetics thing, you know. So yeah, so I've been really good. And like I say, Plouise, middle for diddle, you know. It's a case of blushes £15 each, which isn't high end, but it isn't drugstore either. I got something on my lash. So what are we going to do? Right, so we've done the bronzer. I use the Bperfect cronzer. Again, it'll all be listed. So what blush are we going to go in with today? I've got a few to choose from. What are we thinking? What are we thinking? That's the trouble now. I've got too much choice. So then I'm going to go in with the Rimmel Kind and Free. Like I said, I've only used it once, so it'd be nice to use it again. And how I tend to do it is just squirt it straight up my face. So literally I just chuck it on my face. I can't be doing with this like putting it on the back of my hand malarkey and all that. It's like I think that's what put me off of the liquid ones before. Look at that. Isn't she pretty? So, I mean, nobody's talking about them. I know certainly in the UK there was problems getting them, so whether they're just becoming available or not, I don't know, because like I said, you know, the store that I work in, it took us a long time to get them in, and she did say that they were having problems getting them in. But look at her. Look. And I think they had about 6 different colours. So we had the testers in, and I think all but one, and of course I swatched all of them to find out which one I wanted. So she is pretty. Now we got a stick blush to go into. No, we haven't. We got a stick highlight to go into. I'm going to go in with that Revolution one. But I also have another one. So what we're going to do is put the Revolution on one side. I can't remember whether I drew this on my face. I haven't used it in a while, so we're just going to draw it on. But I'm sure I just drew it on. And then sort of tapped it out. And I think this, it wasn't very expensive for this double-ended one. Perhaps £6. But that's nice. It's got a nice glow to it. And it does apply really well over powder, which I thought was awesome. But the next one I'm going in with, again, is another dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury, again from Primark, or Pennies if you're in Ireland. And this is the PS Glow Cream Highlighter. And this is in the shade Champagne. And again, it's got the dibby dabby thing, as I call it. So we're going to just chuck a bit of that on that side. And just tap that one out. So I haven't used this one for a little while either. Okay, little goes a long way. Look at those. For literally, like I say, for drugstore ones, they are really nice. So just chuck a bit on my nose, my excess on my chin. But they are nice. But I'm very glowy today. Like I say, that's the e.l.f. and the collection definitely shining through. So we're gonna literally pat out my concealer because it has creased. There you go, pat that one out. Not looking too bad. Haven't got any new settings powders. I'm just going to go in my Charlotte Tilbury as per usual. Like I say, this is my second one and she is well loved. Okay, so that's in with that one. So what I've been using lately, I've kind of, it's never been a favourite. It's just been all right. But I have noticed that it is similar to the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush finish powder stuff, but it is a harder formula, you know. So which is the Rimmel Stay Matte. I got mine translucent. As you can see, I've finally made a dent in it, and I do feel that it is very similar. I haven't actually heard anybody sort of talking about that, but I'd say it's pressed a lot harder, so it's not as fine as Charlotte Tilbury, but on the skin they look very, very similar, very similar. So I'm just going to go in with my powder puff and just kind of carve that out a bit. It's really weird because my big mirror is right behind me and I can't see to do it properly, so we could end up with a wonky line. And again, I said, I usually just tap it off on there. So I like to do it like this because it just kind of evens up my sort of lines. I'm just going to chuck that now on the rest of the face. If you can see where I've dabbed it there, where it's just literally mattified it and just kind of, you know, blurred it a bit. So once I've sort of got all the areas toned down that I want, just any excess, I will just literally dab very lightly over the rest of my face. I'm not oversetting it because I want to keep that glow, you know, in the places where we want the glow. So, and then I'll get a fluffy brush. I think this one's the, which one's this one? I think it might be a Jaclyn Hill one, BB101. I think so, not sure. So, and then I'm just going to set my neck and under my chin. Okay, so I've just done my brows. I've gone in with my Soda Wow Brow Flatline dual-ended one. I love so much. This is pretty much my go-to. I use it pretty much every day. So I've just gone on with that. But I do have another brow gel. I've tried it a few times. And I don't know. I'm not keen. I don't think it will survive a declutter at all. But I need to replace it because my, oh, what's it called? The one I use all the time that is virtually empty and absolutely disgusting, which is the Beauty Crop BFF brow gel, is virtually empty. So I thought I'd try something new. Well, that didn't quite pan out. And and it is Take a Brow from Barry M. Hasn't got the stickiness that I like. It's just, yeah. But I tell you what I have been doing with it is using it for some of my baby hairs. So I thought we'd use it today anyway. But like I said, you know, I'm not keen. Just doesn't do enough for me. You know, so, but I do want to sort of try another different one. But yeah, to me it's just wet. Yeah, that's about it. Just wet. Don't do much. Just, no. No, like I say, I've got sparse brows anyway, but I still like a bit of structure to them, you know. Put where I want them, but no, that is not it. So, okay, so I think we're finishing up under the eyes. Did have an idea for that. It's probably going to look crazy, but I don't care. I don't care. I think we're going to go in with the nice electric blue that's in the palette, just for funsies. But purple and blue go together anyway, because you know they're similar on the colour wheel spectrum, aren't they? So I thought it will work. You know, I could have gone pink, and it's like, well, where's the fun in that? So, so I'm just going to take me a little brow brush again, and we're just going to dip into that electric blue. For anybody who's got the palette, this one's called Lava Lamp. So we're just going to coat that one, flip my mirror, and go in with that. And why not? Why not? It'll be fine. It's fine. It's fine. Honestly, it's fine. Looks all right. Let's do the other eye. And the only time I wear blue is as a undercolour. I keep saying to myself, you know, when I make a video, I need to use blues just to see what I think of it again. So we're just going to take that colour that I used on the outer corner, that deep purple, and just chuck some just to marry it up under there. I'll just take that in just a little bit. Oh, it went a bit thick. Well, it's all I got. Do the same on that one. And I'm just going to blend that one out with a little fluffy brush. Take any colour off that was on there. Tell you what I didn't tell you. I had a tattoo done the other day. I went to, well, Well, I only went to book it, you know, put a deposit down and book it and that. But he sort of said, oh, I've got some time today, you know, we can do it now if you like. So, you know, he drew up the design and that, and we went and had a coffee and a wander around, me and my sister, and come back and spent the afternoon having matching tattoos done. Like you do, you know. My poor sister, oh my god, she freaked out. It was so funny because it's taken me 4.5 years to get her to have a tattoo. So just finding a mascara, I'll come back to that in a sec. Gonna go in with, again, a Primark one, which is the Wonderlash. Now, I heard that this was a dupe for the Benefit Magnetic Lash. Well, I owned that one and hated it. I think it's more like the Bad Girl Bang Lash. I don't think it's anything like the Magnetic Lash, because when you look at the one for starters, that is Bad Girl Bang. That is not the magnetic one. That brush was bigger, and I think that's why I didn't like it. So while I tell you the story, I'm just going to chuck on some mascara. So years and years and years ago, oh, I'm talking about 4.5 years ago, I said to my sister about getting matching tattoos, you know, because we got such a close relationship, and I just realised I haven't put any eyeliner on, but c'est la vie, we can go back to that. And, you know, she was always like, no, she'd had a tattoo years ago and she had a really bad experience. You know, she'd had it done on her ankle, and basically they'd butchered it. It was all blown out. Anybody that's got tattoos, you'll know what that means. It was awful, and apparently it was the most painful experience that she's ever had. You know, so I chipped away and chipped away and chipped away. And about 18 months ago, I had her trapped with me on a train, so she couldn't go anywhere. And I've been bringing up the subject on and off, you know, on and off, getting her used to the idea. You know, rather than sort of harassing her with her, just once in a while, I'd sort of mention it. And, you know, on this particular train journey, it was only about 18 months ago, we were going Christmas shopping on the train. She agreed. So I'm like, right, now you've agreed, that's it, you can't back out, you've agreed. And she said, no, that's fine. And I said, okay. So then last June, when we were travelling up to Liverpool, before we went up there, I found loads of like sister designs, and I sort of saved all the best ones on my phone, and I thought she can choose it, you know, that'll make her feel sort of maybe a bit better about having it done. She can actually choose which one that we have. So again, I had her trapped on the train. I don't want her to run away from me. That way she has to sit and talk to me and have a grown-up conversation about these tattoos, you know. So I sort of said to her, you know, oh, I found some designs and that, you know, even that just, you know, rabbit in the headlights kind of thing, you know, that I've even just found some designs. And I sort of said, look, take a look, you know, and see if there's any that takes your fancy. If not, I'll go back and find, you know, some more, because there's plenty of them out there. So she had a look at the designs that I had, and she chose one. As I said to her, you know, I like all of them, so you can choose whatever. So she chose one, and it was one of the ones that I actually favoured, so that was helpful. And pretty much that was it. And I said to her, look, you know, we're gonna now we've decided we're gonna book it. And I've got this tattoo artist that I'd use that was local to me, and he'd done a couple of mine, and he was awesome. And my sister had met him before, because she came, I've got mascara on my face, she came with me to get one of my tattoos done, you know, and that. And I said, look, we'll only go to him because I trust him. I said, you're going to be very nervous, and I said, you know, I trust him completely with you. I said, I won't take you anywhere else but to him. So me being me, you know, Saturday comes around, sister's trip, you know, and she's, oh, what are we doing today? And I sort of said, well, you'll have to wait and see, because I thought, right, got the design. I know where he's moved to, because he'd moved from my local area, but he weren't too far away. And it's a case of, you know, so I said to her, I said, oh, when we get in the car, I'll tell you which way we're heading. I said, that's all you're getting is which way we're heading. So, you know, with that, you know, we got in the car and I sort of said, right, we're going to this place. And she's like, yeah, fine. And I thought she'd twig then, because she knew he'd moved to this place. And I thought she'll twig instantly. But she hadn't. She's like, well, what are we doing there? She's like, you know, there's not a lot there. And I sort of said, oh, I got a few things planned, which I had. And trying to do that with the wrong side of the mirror. No wonder it's not working. That's better. I can see it. And, you know, and she didn't twig straight away. And I'm like, blooming heck. You know, she hasn't twigged. I'm not shocked. So I thought, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You know, I can play a right blinder here. We got about halfway there and she twigged. And she was like, I went, we're only going to book it and put a deposit down. Don't panic. I said, we're not doing anything but booking it. I said, don't worry about it. It's fine. So she said, oh my God, you know, and that. So we sort of got there, found the place, you know, asked somebody where it was, because I wasn't quite sure, because I don't know the area. And so we found it, and he was open. There was no opening times online, so it was a case of took potluck, and we got there just after 10, and he opened at about 11. So that's fine. We'll go get, you know, something to eat, a bit of breakfast. That mascara though, that's not bad. I think that cost me £3. If you're living in the UK, you need to get this one. It's so good. So went back there, and he was there, so that was all good. And, you know, and he remembered me, which was lovely, you know, because he's such a nice guy. We're not going to do the eyeliner yet. I'll tell you what, we'll do the lips next, because I need that to dry. So just get me foundation off my lips. Let's just change it up a bit. I'm going to go in with lip liner, which is the MUA one, intense colour lip liner in the shade Dream Girl. Oh, that's it, lost it. We're just going to change it up a bit, which is this colour here. It's a beautiful colour. So like I say, we get there, you know, and he's just got another customer and that in, you know, and I sort of said to him about it. And he sort of said, oh, you know, send me the design. So I did. And gave us a price, which was so reasonable. So reasonable. I was shocked at how reasonable it was. Can't talk and do lip liner. So he sort of said, yeah, you know, all good. And he sort of said, right, what are you doing for the rest of the day? And we're like, nothing planned. We've got all day on the car. And he said, well, do you want it done today? And I'm like, yes. And my sister's like, no. And I'm like, yes. It's like, yes. So he said, right, go away. I'll draw it all up, finish this client, draw it all up, and I'll, you know, come back and we'll get it done. So we had it done literally within like an hour and a half of being there, which was flipping awesome. So I will put a picture up here for you to have a look at what we had done. Lipsticks. I went and bought one of these Maybelline Vinyl Inks. This is in 95 Captivated. Liked it so much, I went and bought 3 more. So what have I got? I've got 35 Cheeky, 110 Awestruck, and 40 Witty. So I thought we'd do a pink lip today, because I always do nudie ones. So I think we're going to go with 110 Awestruck. So yeah, so excited that we actually got them done, and that was Saturday. Today's now Thursday. So, but my sister is chuffed to nuts. You know, she was a nervous wreck before getting it done, don't get me wrong. You know, she's got this thing where she foot tapping, she was on her phone sort of trying to keep herself occupied while we were waiting, and she was foot tapping, and you know, and that. And after she had it done, she sort of said it was fine. She said it didn't hurt. She said it was fine. I said, I told you if I was going to take you to get a tattoo done, he is the only person that will do it. So much so that they're designing a cover-up tattoo for her ankle. So he did good. He did good. My boy did good. I'm just going to go in this one. I've just shaken this one. So you need to shake these ones. So just give it a really good shake. And should go with what I'm wearing. I just didn't fancy nude today. So just going to chuck a bit of that on. Oh, just about goes with this lip line. I'm quite thinking. Oh, looks all right. Now the trick is with these, just let it dry naturally. You know, don't mush them together, don't do anything. So usually if I'm wearing this kind of lip, I'll do it first, then with mascara, but I wasn't thinking, you know, so just let the mascara dry. Hopefully it's nearly dry. Oh, that's dry already. Now what I like about this mascara, it's a tubing mascara because it comes off so easily. It is gorgeous, and I'd say so cheap. You know, so yeah, but it's not looking too bad at the moment. So we're going to find an eyeliner. So yeah, so she had a really good experience, you know, which I knew she would, and she is absolutely ecstatic that you know, she's had it done. And we're just going to go in, do you know what, we're going to go under with a bit of black, and the lower one we're going to do a grey. We're going to be extra today. We've done all sorts today, so we're just going to be a bit extra on that as well. And why not? So I've taken to go in with black on the top waterline. This one's just a cheap one from Collection, but it's a good one, you know, so ain't broke, don't fix it. For what I wear it, it's like, you know, not gonna pay a fortune just yet for a new one, but if I did, it would probably be the Rimmel one, because I really like the Rimmel ones. So I'm just gonna chuck a bit of grey in the waterline. There you go. So we need some in our highlight. Now, I bought this forever and a year ago. Well, maybe not that long, but quite a while ago. And I've never used it. And I found it today. And I thought, wonder if that worked for in a corner highlight. And it is from Morphe. It's from their Morphe 2 range. And it is a cream eyeshadow in like a lavender colour. Well, you can barely see that. I do swatches in the weirdest of places. There you go, it's a bit better. I wondered whether I could sort of, whether it would be bright enough. So let's give it a go. That's all right. Just all right. A bit above my brow bone. So that looks better up there. A champagne-y colour like this would be lovely. Just going to tap that out a bit so it's not too harsh. Yeah, you can see it's in the inner corner, but not enough. I like it a little brighter than that. Okay, so gave it a go. Like I say, it's nice for the brow bone, you know, but not so much in a corner. So we're still very glowy, so I don't think I'm going to put any more sort of highlighter on there. But what I did think, just to amp the inner highlighter up a bit, oldie but a goodie, which is the Sofx Revolution palette. As you can see, some of these shades have been used to death. So I was thinking maybe chuck some of that purple on the inner corner. Why not? And it will stick nicely now with that cream base down. Oh, it's a bit too that's all I got. But this is a good palette. I don't even know whether it's available anymore. You know, I really have no idea, but I will find out and let you know. So, setting spray. Let's move my mirror out of the way a minute. So for setting spray, I got another one from Elf. I've been enjoying their setting spray. I think this is the third one, different one that I've got from Elf. I had the blue light one, and then I've got this one here, which only a tiny bit left. I don't know if you can see. So I thought, well, I better top up on a something. So I thought I'll get the dewy one, the coconut one. God, I keep getting itches today. Get off. So spritz a bit of this. And then just fan it off and wait for it to dry. So this is today's finished look. It didn't turn out that bad actually, even with the eyeshadow. Wish the blue was a little lighter, you know, it did look lighter in the pan, but if you sort of do a close up, you can see it's definitely sort of a darker blue, even though it did look sort of a bit lighter in there, but that's fine. I think it looks nice actually. You know, but the glow still on my skin is absolutely amazing. You know, I do love dewy, glowy products like this. You know, like saying between the e.l.f. one and the collection one, I think the e.l.f. has got like just a bit more, just that little bit more glowy, but it's not a lot in it. So if you didn't want to spend the £14 on the e.l.f. one, absolutely, I'm sure it's about £7, you know, so, but you would have seen the price at the bottom there anyway, you know, but she's looking good. I like it. If it's your first time here and you'd like to see more of this kind of content, please like and subscribe. I would absolutely love to have you. You know, my numbers are slowly creeping up and I am grateful to each and every one of you. I know I'm very inconsistent with uploads, but like I say, around my work schedule and that, it's all I got. It's all I got. I do my best, you know. So thank you so much for watching me. I hope this doesn't turn into a really, really long video, but I've got a funny feeling it did. So thank you again, and hopefully I will see you all in the next one.